Welcome back.
Here we are again with another edition of
Is It
Shit. And we're looking at, I can see already, this is another PSP plugin, isn't it?
It is. It's the Psp Impresser.
And it does, well, it impresses.
Yeah,
It looks cool.
It does look cool. I like their new interface thing they're doing. Yeah, basically it's a compressor. It works particularly well on buses. I have only recently started using it, and I've tried it on my drum bus, I've tried it on a guitar bus. It's just nice. It's got some really useful controls. It sounds nice. Their stuff has a very believable analog sound to it. The shape control at the bottom, which gives you various kinds of analog sort of harmonics, you know, based on either tape or tube or whatever you dial it into. Yeah. It just sounds nice.
You say that you started with a shape there. Take us through some of the controls. It's obviously a stereo impressor.
Yeah, you can use it mono and stereo, but yeah, it works particularly well on buses, I find. It's so, yeah, obviously the big compress knob in the middle is obviously, you know, more or less compression basically, rather than a threshold. It's just more compression or less compression. So you can set the attack, the release, you can have a hold on it. There's a look ahead button, which is quite useful. You know, it won't suddenly react to a peak, it knows it's coming. RMS, basically it's going to react to the average rather than the peak. Yeah. Useful again.
I can see a frequency and a Q there on the right. What?
Yeah, so basically you can, it's got a filter. It's a sidechain filter. So that's really useful for, you know, if you use it on a bus, when you're doing bus compression, if you're compressing the whole signal and you've got some 808 down the bottom, every time it hits, the whole compressor's going to kick in and ruin your mix. So sometimes you want to let everything go below 90 or whatever. You might just let everything pass through.
Very cool.
Let your mastering engineer deal with that.
So good, yeah, good. Like you say, the 808's good for those dance mixes. Then the big dance mixes.
Yeah, and I think any compressor that's got a sidechain filter is going to be useful if you're working with a lot of big bottom end stuff. It just, you know, you don't want it to clamp the top end every time there's a kick.
We've talked previously, haven't we, about the vintage warmer? Obviously, the sort of the big flagship, and it's not dissimilar.
You can tell it's from that family. It's got that quality of sound. It's that easy to use. I always liked the vintage warmer because it was easy. Similar, it had a big knob in the middle. That's obviously
we're a big fan of big knobs.
We love big knobs. Yeah, but, you know, it was easy to use, sounded great. This is the same. And the mix control. Big fan of mix controls. Just having all of it or none of it is really difficult. My hardware bus compressor I use has a wet dry mix control. Yeah, that's really useful. It basically allows you to do sidechain, you know, parallel compression without setting that up. So you just let a bit of the dry signal through.
Cool. And how much does it cost?
I must admit I don't know, but most of their plugins are really reasonably priced. Yeah. I don't ever feel any
reasonably priced.
Yeah,
reasonably priced.
Reasonably priced. Yeah.
So the Psp Impresser has impressed. It's reasonably priced. I am going to ask you, Sean, is it shit?
No, it ain't shit.
It's fucking wicked.
Yeah, it's good shit.
It's good shit.